Hey, and welcome back. What we're gonna do now is teach you how to add fractions. Now, this is much trickier than multiplying fractions together. So let's grab our electronic pen and our Wacom board and go straight to the board and teach you how to add fractions. So, how do we add fractions? Let's take the classic example, 2 plus 1/3. Now, the trick is you gotta somehow manipulate both fractions so you get the bottom number, which we call the denominator, to be the same number, but still making the fractions takes the same value. Just out of interest, actually, the top number is called the numerator, and the bottom number is called the denominator. So the way I would do this is I think of it as anti-simplification. You're trying to make things more complex. So a classic technique is kind of, okay, which number do you pick so that the bottoms are the same? What most people do is they multiply these two numbers together. If they don't belong to the same times table set. So I would multiply these two numbers together and we get 6 and a 6 here, right? Now think about this. What did I have to multiply this 2 to make a 6? So essentially, to this half here, the transformation I made was, so let's write it in a different color. So here is your half, and what I multiplied the bottom by was essentially 3 to make it 6. So I have to, whatever I do to the bottom, I should do to the top. So I multiply that by 3. So 3 times 1 times 3, sorry, is 3. And then you ask yourself the same question with this one here. So you go 1/3. So how did I make that a 6? Essentially, I just multiplied that by 2, and whatever you do to the bottom, you have to do to the top. So multiply that by 2, and that's going to be 2. So now that we have these fractions with the same denominator, remember the denominator is the bottom number, we can just, so be careful. So with multiplication, you multiply it across the bottom and the top. With addition, when the denominators are the same, you leave the top alone. So don't touch the top. Just copy paste 6, right? And then you go across here and you add these numbers up. So that's going to be 5. Cool. So that is fractions, and I think and the same technique applies for what do you call subtraction. Now I think that's it. That's all the basic math you should need. Leave comments if you want me to make more videos, but I think that's the end. I'm gonna call it the end of the Math Genesis series. How many videos are there? I think maybe 10 or 11. I don't know which one this is. But anyway, yep, that's the end. So I hope you learned something, and I did enjoy making these videos. They're fun. So yeah. Anyway, have a good day. I hope you learned something, and I'll see you in the next series I make.